Preston Glad was out hiking in Colorado when a strange noise stopped him in his tracks. Unsettling whining was coming from an old mine shaft. As a result, Glad was not going to venture down to see what the cause was. However, 1 week later, he made an upsetting discovery. Glad comes from Park County, Colorado, and in the summer, he had spent much of his time exploring the Pike National Forest near Fairplay, Colorado. The location was of particular interest to Glad due to the old mines it contained. In years gone by, the land surrounding the forest had been mined for coal, gold, and limestone. However, due to the decline of these industries, many mines now lay abandoned, and these proved irresistible for an adventurer such as Glad. However, abandoned mines can be incredibly dangerous. They pose threats including bad air quality, unstable structures, and unseen dangers. As a result, the Colorado Division of Reclamation, Mining, and Safety is working hard to close old mine shafts up. Presumably, Glad knew the hazards surrounding out-of-use mines because when he heard growling coming from underground during a hike, he decided not to descend the shaft. He guessed that the noise was coming from a wild animal that would be capable of fending for itself. However, in the days that followed, the strange whines emanating from the mine began to play on Glad's mind. He said, "I've been wanting to go in and explore the cave, and I like animals a lot, so I couldn't stop thinking about the animal." As a result, Glad returned to the mine about 1 week later. This time, he vowed to get to the bottom of what was creating the noise in the shaft. However, nothing could have prepared him for what he'd find down there. As Glad neared the mine for a second time, he heard the distinct sound of a canine woofing. "So I crawled down into the mine and looked down the shaft and saw there was somebody's dog with a collar stuck down at the bottom running around," the hiker later revealed. At this point, Glad thought it was wise to call for reinforcements. So he contacted his girlfriend Portia Scovern and his roommate Gannon Ingalls. They soon arrived on the scene equipped with climbing apparatus. Recalling the moment Glad called him into action, Ingalls later said, "He's like, Gannon, that mine I was exploring the other day, there's a dog down here. Get the gear, we've got to save it." I was stoked. I was like, "What, puppy to save? For sure, way better than the nap I was going to take." After gearing up, the threesome entered the mine. From there, Scover and Ingalls lowered Glad 25 feet down the mine shaft. At the bottom, he found a little brown dog that was clearly malnourished, but miraculously unharmed. After successfully retrieving the dog, Glad and his gang rushed the animal to a vet to have her checked over. There, they discovered that the dog had no microchip. She was wearing a collar, but it had no details attached. Although the odds of finding the dog's owner seemed slim, Glad, Scovern, and Ingalls couldn't give up on her. As a result, Scovern posted footage of the dog's rescue on her Facebook page. She hoped someone might see it and provide a clue to the animal's origin. Not content with stopping there, Scovern also shared images of the poor pooch on many lost dog pages. If there was any chance of finding the animal's owner, surely it was through the power of social media. Before long, users had shared Scovern's post more than 750 times, and the response surprised the animal's rescuers. "I would never guess it would blow up and people would spread it around everywhere," Ingalls said. "It was really cool to see it all come together." As word of the dog's rescue spread, Scovern received hundreds of comments on her Facebook page. Many people pointed the animal rescuer to a lost dog post on the South Park Bulletin, and the missing dog looked nearly identical to the one Scovern and her buddies had recovered. Consequently, Scovern decided to reach out to the user who had posted the appeal. They confirmed the dog was indeed theirs. As a result, the pet went home less than 24 hours after Scovern launched a search. Scovern, Glad, and Ingalls learned that the dog they'd rescued was called Cheyenne. She was believed to have gone missing at the beginning almost 2 weeks before her rescuers found her. It's not known how long Cheyenne spent at the bottom of the mine. However, given the sounds Glad heard on his first visit, it seems likely she was there for at least a week. As a result, her rescuers were amazed by her health. "She was not as bad as I expected," Glad said. After the successful rescue of Cheyenne, Glad, Scovern, and Ingalls were hailed as heroes, and Scovern even got the chance to sell the rights of her rescue video. However, she refused. "A dog found literally in the middle of nowhere is reward enough for us," she wrote on Facebook.